Chief Executive, the Honorable Mrs. Carrie Lam, Mr. Yin, Mr. Dixon, friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my great pleasure and honor to welcome all of you to the Asian Insurance Forum 2021. On behalf of the Hong Kong Insurance Authority, let me extend our gratitude to those of you who are with us here at the forum venue, and also for those of you who are joining us online. The looming threat of the COVID-19 variants has prevented us from reverting this flagship event to its original scale. However, in its hybrid form, it does have the advantage of a broader reach and greater flexibility for our participants. Ever since the pandemic has erupted, new normal has become a buzzword. But what exactly does it mean? I tend to equate it with changes to the way in which we used to live, work, learn, interact, and consume. For the insurance industry, it manifests in the form of remote onboarding system, paperless transaction protocols, automated back-office processes, innovative product features, robust business recovery plans and continuity plan, fortified risk assessment processes, and internal controls. Seen in a wider context, it reshaped mass consumption behavior and global supply chain. As an international financial center and a premier logistic hub, it is imperative for Hong Kong to stay ahead of the curve in capturing emerging opportunities. Despite an external environment filled with doubts and uncertainty, it is indeed fortunate that under the one country, two systems, we will be able to play a meaningful part in contributing towards national development while pursuing our own progress. And in drawing up the program rundown for today, we have pretty much followed a similar line of thinking. Let me give you a flavor of what is in store. We are immensely grateful to the Honorable Mrs. Carrie Lam for agreeing to deliver the opening address, and to Mr. Jonathan Dixon for giving a keynote speech, both of them doing so for the fourth year in a row. It will be followed by the first panel discussion focusing on positioning of Hong Kong in the dual circulation economic strategy moderated by Mr. Lawrence Lee, and a second panel discussion tackling climate change and green finance moderated by Mr. Ma Ho-Fai, one of my fellow non-executive directors serving on the board of the Insurance Authority. After the Honorable Paul Cheng kick-starting the afternoon session with a second keynote address, Mr. Stephen Yu and Mr. Samuel Chan, who are both fellow non-executive directors, will steer the panel discussion covering future direction of Fintech Development and evolving regulatory landscape, before Mr. Bernard Chen will give us a wrap-up. As you would agree, there is a lot to look forward to. On the first topic of dual circulation economic strategy, we must anchor our minds on the shifting momentum of growth to Asia Pacific. The Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, the RCEP, projected to enter into force on 1st of January 2022, will bring together 15 member states, accounting for about 2.2 billion people and $26 trillion of GDP, measuring roughly 30% of the world's total. A historical free trade pact of this nature and scale cannot be overstated, especially when coupled with the loop of international circulation. My team in the Insurance Authority, myself included, are conscious of the need to forge an attractive platform for state-owned enterprises to manage their expanding portfolio of risks by setting up captives in Hong Kong, or through issuing risk transfer instruments like insurance-linked securities. Turning to the loop of domestic circulation, Hong Kong has already made a decent head start by preparing for the establishment of after-sales service center in the Greater Bay Area and implementation of the unilateral recognition policy for motor vehicles seeking to enter Guangdong province via the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge. These initiatives are impactful, not only because they serve to remove some pain points which have been haunting the local insurers for some time, but the enhanced connectivity would also lead to unimpeded flow of an optimal deployment of production capabilities between the 11 cities within the Greater Bay Area. I'm sure that the first panel discussion will produce plenty more valuable insights. On the second topic of climate change and green finance, many of you should have no difficulty recalling the wildfires in California and Australia, flooding in Europe and Henan, and most recently, the once-in-500-year storm hitting British Columbia. We might not have experienced such incidences firsthand, but Hong Kong being shut down twice within a week in October because of Typhoon Signal number 8 could not possibly escape your attention. These extreme weather events demand top priority consideration and determined action. The insurance industry is capable of combating climate change in a variety of ways. The Insurance Authority will spare no effort in ensuring timely compliance with recommendations made by the Task Force on Climate-Related Financial Disclosure and the Principle for Sustainable Insurance advocated by the United Nations. I dare not steal the thunder from speakers in the second panel discussion who will elaborate on other aspects such as public advocacy, data modeling, product innovation, and impact investment. Now let's move on to fintech development. COVID-19 demands forbearance and perseverance while presenting a chance for reflection and revelation. It exposed weaknesses but accelerated reforms. The pandemic has been a potent driver of fintech development along the entire insurance value chain. While we cherish the added personal convenience and improved customer experience, the accompanying risk should not be overlooked. Supervisors around the globe are not just facilitators of fintech development, but are gearing up a holistic approach in technology investment and to make the most out of the lately available technological tools. The third panel discussion, co-organized with the Hong Kong Academy of Finance, will shed further light on how to shape fintech for the new normal. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance business is built on trust and commitment to fulfill promises. A suitable dose of prudential supervision is necessary for it to grow and flourish. The fourth and final panel discussion mobilizes 4 senior executives in the Insurance Authority to recapitulate experience gained in the past 2 years and offer an outlook for the future. On that note, let me conclude my opening remarks by wishing you all a very fruitful day ahead, good health, and a happy festive season. Thank you very much.